With the release of Title Update 3 for Monster Hunter Stories 2, we were given 3 brand new monsters in the forms of Soulseer Mizutsune, Elderfrost Gammoth, and Orochi Kirin. Now, I don't know about you, but I was personally most excited for Soulseer since it was the first real endgame water monster that we would have access to. However, Soulseer itself is a very challenging fight and can be quite difficult to overcome. So I'm going to show you the best and easiest way on how to take down Soulseer every time. The first thing we are going to go over is your equipment, since this can play a big part in taking down Soulseer. The first weapon you want is the Rajang Sword and Shield, since it has high thunder elemental damage, which is what Soulseer is weak to. Next, bring the Thunderlord Hammer, since it's a very powerful thunder elemental blunt weapon that can dish out a lot of damage against it. Finally, take the Rajang Bow for thunder element pierce damage, though do know that I only use the sword and shield throughout this whole fight, since all of Soulseer's parts are weak to slashing damage. Next, for the armor, bring Kirin armor, since it comes with Thunder Boost XL, which gives a huge buff to your thunder attack and damage. But it also comes with Divine Blessing and All Elemental Defense Boost, which is very nice to have and will allow you to tank Soulseer's attacks much better. Finally, for the monsties you want to bring, there's only 2 that I seriously recommend. First is Bolt Reaver Astalos, since it's a thunder technical monstie, which is very good against Soulseer since it starts in speed. This will allow you to win head-to-heads much easier and build up kinship quickly while also mitigating the damage you take. Second is Kirin, because unlike normal Mizutsune, Soulseer becomes power when enraged, so having a speed thunder element monstie will allow you to continue winning head-to-heads to build up kinship as well as mitigating the damage you'll take from it. Now for the fight itself. Open with Bolt Reaver Astalos and either buff yourself with Azure Voltage if you get the back attack, or counter accordingly if you didn't. Focus on damaging the legs throughout the beginning of this fight, but do not break them yet. Keep attacking and building up kinship until you have your ride and Astalos Saber, but don't use it just yet. Continue to focus on dealing damage and getting a paralysis off, as this will really help later on. When it uses Bubble Mantle, simply buff and heal accordingly so you don't kill yourself from its counterattacks. Once it becomes enraged, use Astalos Saber immediately so you stop it from using Groom to buff itself. The next turn, switch into Kirin and Azure Voltage if it isn't targeting you, or counter with a speed attack to win the head-to-head since it's now a power monstie when enraged. Now is the time for you to focus completely on breaking its legs, since it will get you a knockdown for massive damage against Soulseer, as well as knock it out of its enraged state and prevent it from spamming powerful AoEs that can wipe you and your entire team. If you are not able to break the legs and it gets off its AoE move, Blue Moon, make sure you and your teammate heal and recover any lost hearts depending on how close you are to defeating it. If you do manage to knock it out of its enraged state or survive its Blue Moon attack, simply repeat this process from the beginning and keep doing it until you defeat Soulseer. Once defeated, you can help yourself to one of its eggs and get a Soulseer of your own. However, do know that these eggs are very rare and you can get a normal Mizutsune egg from the nest itself, so be careful not to take the wrong egg and don't be surprised if it takes you a couple of tries to eventually get an egg. Personally, I still haven't managed to get a Soulseer egg myself. That is how you can defeat Soulseer every time without fail. I'll leave a few important notes at the end here that summarize this guide itself, so feel free to pause the video and take a picture of this. Don't forget to leave a like if this guide helped you out, and subscribe to the channel for more guides like this in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.